Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners back again with another episode, talking Brewers like we always do. It was a disappointing one tonight, guys. We fell in 9 innings, 4-3. Let's talk about it though. Let's break it down. But first, before we get to that, you want to go see the Brew Crew? You want to go see any sports team? You want to go see a concert? Save $20 off your first purchase with SeatGeek with the code Miller Park Minute. Simple as that. Go to SeatGeek, check out, type in the code Miller Park Minute, save $20 off your first purchase. This show is on daily 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time is our upload time, guys. We produce new content. We are on all the socials, the short forms. I'm dropping opinions left and right. I'm getting more on Twitter. We are trying to do all the things in the Brewers universe right now. So if you want to join me, chat at me, Miller Minute, Miller Park Minute, Miller Minute on every channel. This show is on iHeartRadio, CastBox, Apple, Rumble, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, you name it, we are there. We do lives every Saturday at 4 Central. If you want to support the channel, you can drop down below and hit that join button. Or just like and subscribe these videos. Always like and subscribe. Throwing likes, getting strikes. If you want to also support us at Patreon, you can go over to patreon.com/MillerParkMinute. Sign up for exclusive content and our newsletter. All right, that being said, let's break into today's game. The good, the bad, the downright ugly, as we always do. Let's start out with the good today. Corbin Burnes came out, put out a good outing. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 6 Ks. Corbin Burnes has been on a roll as of late. He did, unfortunately, get the loss in this one, but another quality outing for Corbin Burnes. You know I love that stat. Quality outing, baby. Uribe. Another good inning for him. He has got a 1.59 ERA in his limited short time. Bryce Wilson did come in though and give up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out 1, and gave up 1 long ball to put it at the 4-0 at that time. 4-0. So Brewers kept getting runners on base. The story of the game: Brewers got runners on base. Brewers got runners on base. Did not score. One of the things I keep seeing, and I'm gonna point to this because I love it. Brewers fans analyze everything, and then there's no fault in that. But when you are getting so mad that you're like, fire Jason Lane. These are just bad opportunities, and these arms are catching the guys. Anybody would send these guys in these situations. Some of them, yeah, they're really off, but you got to take that chance. I would rather say, oh, why did he send him versus why didn't he send him? You got to take those opportunities, and you've got to run with them. Sometimes you're going to get them, sometimes you're not. You win some, you lose some. But the big piece here, guys, and the question of the day was, why wasn't Sal Frelick in the starting lineup? Why did he have to pinch hit later in the game? We don't know. But that being said, we built up a little bit of a rally in the 9th. 2 outs, got 2 on. Then Christian Yelich hit a home run. Then William Contreras got. And then, it's kind of funny to me. It was just. I'm sorry. Then William Thomas got hit by a pitch. Yeah. Just crazy to me how that all transpired. And unfortunate at the same time that we can pull it off. But regardless, obviously we have to score faster and score sooner, especially with the ace on the hill. We have been giving up such limited runs. lately that I think that's where we need to score more runs and more hitting. And we're talking about hitters. I'm talking about hitters in my trade videos. I'm doing a series of shorts on trades. So if you haven't seen them yet, they will be coming. There should be one or two uploaded in the process somewhere in the sphere, whether it be on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, one of those. So yeah, we need to get some bats in here to aid our struggling bats. So I'm talking about bats that we should add. Guys, this is just, good Corbin Burns. Good Christian Yelich, of course. Not so good. Bad. We didn't have Frelick in the starting lineup. Downright ugly. Giving up those late runs by Bryce Wilson. He's been really good for us, though, so I can't totally fault him. I think the downright ugly still goes to the fact that so many runners left on. Now, if we go to Twitter, there's a tweet put out. It doesn't matter who wins this series tomorrow. The division race is just getting started. Scoreboard watching season will be in full effect soon. And suddenly, the NL West is in free fall behind LA. There's a wild card opportunity in the NL Central runner-up. Buckle up, y'all. By our man Dom Catronio. So, speaking of scoreboard watching, let's talk about the scoreboards. Pittsburgh Pirates lost tonight 1-3 to the Padres. Of course, the Reds beat us. The Cubs won against the White Sox 7-3. Cardinals lost to the D-backs 3-1. And if we want to go around the NL, we can. Let's talk about the Giants 2-1. Blue Jays 3-2. Angels 7-6. That'll be interesting to see where they crank out, because that could be the fate of Shohei Ohtani, and I think we are all anxiously awaiting to find out the fate of Shohei Ohtani. 4-3, Phillies over the Orioles. 4-1, Rays over the Marlins. 6-5, the Washington Nats over the Rockies. 9-3, Mets Yankees. Guardians Royals was 5-1. Guardians. Red Sox beat the Braves. The Mariners beat the Twins, and the Rangers lost to Houston 4-3. And it's a series of city versus city. You got Chicago versus Chicago. You got Texas versus Texas. You got New York versus New York. The only other one that I would think of would be LA versus LA, but is what it is. That's the scores around the league, guys. Want to talk specifically more on some articles, get into some things. We haven't done this in a while. There's some things that have just kind of popped recently, and I think they deserve attention, deserve talking about. One of which is kind of who's buyers and sellers right now, and where we stand in that. There was a conversation tonight during tonight's game on, and it's funny how they do it. You know how they do it. How candid the GM is when they get him on the microphone, especially at trade deadline time and everything like that. But we keep hearing players are on and off the market. Blake Snell, Josh Hader, Shohei Ohtani, whether he's on the market or not. The Cubs are still doing their trajectory for the trade deadline, deciding if they're going to be buyers or sellers. Marcus Stroman is a name that's come up there. The Mets have said to be sellers with Verlander and Scherzer, maybe some other names. There's a couple names on the Mets that I wouldn't mind seeing. And then there's deals being done. The Braves are always going to continue to deal. The Braves have made 2 deals already. The Guardians signed Amir Garrett today. The Red Sox are kind of one of those teams in flux as well. Twins are kind of another team. It's a day-to-day thing. Who is in and who is out. And, will the Pirates sell? Are people like Cruz and, these young guys that they have, well, Cruz is injured, but are these players going to be up for grabs? And we don't really know. And this is leading me to think, and of course, Shohei Ohtani is drawing widespread interest. We know this, but this is leading me to think that this trade deadline, outside of stock, there's going to be moves, but it's going to be like the ones in the past. We've seen a lot of hype for a trade deadline, and then nothing really happens because with this additional wild card, there's more teams in it. I'll still talk about it. I'm still going to hype it, but I do foresee us getting to a point where we're not going to see as much action going on in the trade deadline. Just because of the way they pushed it and without the two deadlines that it used to be, I don't think there's going to be as much going on. Now, that being said, we did talk about yesterday them reducing Winker's playing time. There's a nice little clip if you go over to Twitter and talks about that, where he says he understands, and it just kind of is what it is. If you look at moves, Brewers just recently outrighted Jason Alexander. Jason Alexander has been hurt, but he was sent to AAA Nashville, so he has been removed from the 40-man. Tapia has elected free agency after being DFA'd a week ago. Well, a couple days ago, not a week ago, but when Sal came up. So lots of stuff there. I mean, there's still goings on. We've got another start for Brandon Woodruff coming from the injured list. Wilson just joined the team, so that's another good thing. There's a lot of positive talk Thursday. So not tomorrow, but Thursday. Woody gets to start. Says Wilson is to be activated this week, so that'll be good. Rowdy's going to start resuming baseball activities. Aaron Ashby has been with the club as well. They've talked about that. Brian Anderson is moved to July 28th to August 2nd road trip at the earliest with his lower back. Wade Miley is now looking like late July, so still on target. They don't know about Bennett Sousa. And, of course, we've talked about Darren Ruff and Garrett Mitchell, late September for Garrett Mitchell, early August for Darren Ruff. If we don't make moves in the interim, that could, maybe replace said injured players so we don't have to worry about it. Guys, Yelich is creeping near 300. 293 batting average, 73 runs. Willie's still leading the way with the home runs, but Christian cranked out another one tonight. 58 RBIs and 22 stolen bases for Mr. Yelich. If you look at pitching, we've got Corbin Byrne, 9 wins, 7 wins, 25 saves. Corbin, 346, 131 strikeouts for Mr. Burns, and a 104 whip. Good stuff. So, one thing that we don't talk about much is the Brewers Fanatics. Now, not that I no longer partnered with them or anything like that. It's just I haven't really done a whole lot of outside video, and I have been a bad member of that team as of late. So they got an article over there, and they've been doing them just about every day. Somebody different they're talking about for trades. They talk about Ryan McMahon of the Colorado Rockies. Is he a perfect fit for the Milwaukee Brewers? Basically, with the struggle against left-handers, they give some charts and some graphs, some really good detailed information. I'll go over and check that article out. Like I said, Brewer Fanatic Community's got some good stuff. That's by Mr. Trueblood over there. tradability of the farm system. So they're talking about who we can trade and what's the best. They rank every piece. Okay, so basically the scale is 1 to 5, 0, 0 off the market, 0 is Jackson Trio, 1 is off the market almost entirely, 2 is a high value piece, likely include a deal for top tier talent, 3 is a good player, unlikely to exchange for a flyer piece, but could be worth an impact player. 4 is some short-term hopes, potential to be included in any trades. 5 is not a long-term piece, could be included in any trade. Okay, so Sal Frelick, they've got him at a big old 1, entirely off the market. Jefferson Churio, they've got him at 2, so basically meaning they're saying a higher value piece. Jacob Mezorowski is a 1, entirely off the market. Tyler Black is a 2, so he'd be tradable for the right big piece. So they're kind of giving a spin-off of what I've said. There's nobody untradeable, but these players are kind of not in our trade talks. And I like what they say there. So that's by Mr. Jake McKinnib. Sorry if I butchered your name there, bud. There's a whole section. So if you guys want prospect stuff, these guys do a great job. They write a lot of articles breaking down all the different games and breakdowns of different pieces. Refresh. All right, we're back. The podcast camera gets lost. So what I was going to say is they break down every game by game, all the action from each of these prospects. It's pretty interesting stuff. So if you want to read more specifically about each prospect, go over there. I don't personally read a lot about prospects, but if you want some good information, they definitely do have it. So the draft picks have been signed. There was a conversation tonight about how they were about $29 off of what they were supposed to spend or whatever. So it looks like that's all settled. There is an update. According to Reviewing the Brew, Matt Arnold spoke to Adam McCovey today and provided an update, while in typical Brewers fashion, saying nothing definitive about the situation. I don't know if there's anything real much to add. Arnold said, "I'm not trying to dodge. I just think that I don't think anything has changed. We'll talk about it at the appropriate time. We love him here. I think it's still status quo." Doesn't that make Arnold nervous? It seems like the departure of the longest tenured manager would be systematic change for the organization. If we end up working something out, great. If not, we have to play games in March and April. I love him to death. I just don't think there's anything to add. He's been great. So that leads me to think that his time is over due to the fact that his kids are getting to that starting to play ball age, and he probably wants to fade into the background. But we'll see. Just another note on Mr. Council himself. We don't talk about the news enough. I realize that. I'm going to be talking in the next few days here on a Brewers for the Next special video about the month of July and how this month of July has really played out. Kind of the historicness of playing the Reds this many times, seeing the Reds come and go, how we've played, and how fun this has been. Like, this has been a good July. I don't think you can go without saying that. So, kind of some interesting stuff around the board. I am going to read some tweets tonight. So, this comes from our guy Brewpack, who, if you don't know who Brewpack is, he has a great YouTube channel, talks Brewers baseball. I'm 100 times more upset than if we were to just go down 1-2-3 and lose 4-0. So I agree with that. The sentiment equaled, liked, starred. My boy Chuck did a video. Somebody put out Christian Yelich is creeping into MVP territory. I like it. Christian Yelich just hitting bombs, guys. It feels like, to me, honestly, every game since the All-Star break has been like really hit and miss and really on, and I've been really into it, guys. I don't know how you feel. Like, I'm not getting this lukewarm baseball feeling, and I'm really really enjoying every day. And I hope you are too, and that's why I'm doing more content and more stuff, because I am one of the few voices that tries to put out as much positive and much good in this world of Brewers baseball as I possibly can. And that's what I'm here to do every day. I just want to have a good conversation about baseball, and I enjoy it. I enjoy your comments. Thank you for those of you who commented today, commented on the shorts that I put out. I really appreciate all of that. That being said, guys, I think we've just about covered all the bases tonight. No real flashy news, nothing crazy, just a couple stories, a couple little things that I saw around. Yeah. 15 homers for Christian Yelich. All right, tomorrow we got Freddie Peralta on the hill against Lively. It is a 1:10 start, day game. We may do a live tomorrow afternoon if we got time. We'll think about it. All right, guys. Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. As always, go Brewers. Like, subscribe, follow, smash that like button. We'll see you in the next one. As always, go Brewers. We'll get them tomorrow, guys. We will get them tomorrow. It's the Reds. Have a good night, day, whenever you listen to this.
Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. Go Brewers.